Hey everyone, welcome back to some more Dragon Age Inquisition Trespasser DLC. We are, in fact, finishing this series right now in this stream. This is the series finale of Inquisition. So let's get to the boogie down, baby. Anchor meltdown. The anchor now builds up power even faster. Using it is difficult, but discharges all accumulated focus. If the focus reaches full, the anchor discharges uncontrollably, damaging you and your allies as well as nearby enemies. Well, fuck.
That can't be healthy. Perhaps Solas can help.
Solas doesn't want to hurt people. He isn't that kind of wolf. The Canary don't see.
Come on.
That must be where Solas is.
Whoa, what the hell? What am I on you for? Wow.
He can't be far from her, or it hurts him.
Jesus. Whoop, wrong way. Oh, cool. Damn.
He's coming to stop us.
fuck are you shooting at, dude? This is taking way too fucking long for me to care, so... Oh shit!
Time to finish this.
You are dead, Inquisitor. Your soul is dust.
Because this isn't an arena. That's what I thought.
Ebesit kata, etwa ost.
Maraskata.
Your forces have failed. Leave now and tell the Qunari to trouble me no further.
Solas. Oh shit.
Solas. That should give us more time. I suspect you have questions.
The Qunari believe you're an agent for someone who has taken the name Fen-Harel.
The Qunari reject myth and legend. If you told them of your meeting with Mythal, they would attribute it to a demon. I am no one's agent but my own. I fear that the truth is much simpler and much worse than the Qunari believe.
You're Fen-Harel.
I was Solas first. Fen-Harel came later. An insult I took as a badge of pride. The Dread Wolf inspired hope in my friends, and fear in my enemies. Not unlike Inquisitor, I suppose. You also know the burden of a title that all but replaces your name.
You're like Mythal, then.
Are you a fragment of what Fen-Harel once was? Like Mythal?
No. This is all I have ever been.
And the legends?
I sought to set my people free from slavery to would-be gods. I broke the chains of all who wished to join me. The false gods called me Fen-Harel, and when they finally went too far, I formed the Veil and banished them forever. Thus I freed the Elven people, and in so doing, destroyed their world.
Why did you form the Veil?
You love the Fade. Why would you create the Veil to hide it all away?
Because every alternative was worse.
Meaning?
Had I not created the Veil, the Evanurus would have destroyed the entire world.
You banished the false gods. You didn't kill them.
You met Mythal, did you not? The first of my people do not die so easily. The Evanurus are banished forever, paying the ultimate price for their misdeeds.
You said that the Elven gods went too far. What did they do that made you move against them?
They killed Mythal. A crime for which an eternity of torment is the only fitting punishment.
I thought Mythal was one of the Evanurus.
She was the best of them. She cared for her people. She protected them. She was a voice of reason. And in their lust for power, they killed her.
The Evanurus were Elven mages. How did they come to be remembered as gods?
Slowly. It started with a war. War breeds fear. Fear breeds a desire for simplicity. Good and evil, right and wrong, chains of command. After the war ended, generals became respected elders, then kings, finally gods. The Evanurus.
How did creating the Veil destroy the world?
You saw the remains of Via Dethara. The library was intrinsically tied to the Fade, and the Veil destroyed it. There were countless other marvels, all dependent on the presence of the Fade, all destroyed. Your legends are half right. We were immortal. It was not the arrival of humans that caused us to begin aging. It was me. The Veil took everything from the elves, even themselves.
That's the past. What about the future?
I lay in dark and dreaming sleep while countless wars and ages passed. I woke still weak a year before I joined you. My people fell for what I did to strike the Evanurus down. But still, some hope remains for restoration. I will save the Elven people, even if it means this world must die.
Why does this world have to die for the elves to return?
A good question, but not one I will answer. You have always shown a thoughtfulness I respected. It would be too easy to tell you too much. I am not Corypheus. I take no joy in this. But the return of my people means the end of yours. It is my fight. You should be more concerned about the Inquisition. Your Inquisition. In stopping the Dragon's Breath, you have prevented an invasion by Qunari forces. With luck, they will return their focus to Tevinter. That should give you a few years of relative peace.
The Qunari said the Inquisition was unknowingly working for agents of Fen-Harel.
I gave no orders.
You led us to Skyhold.
Corypheus should have died unlocking my orb. When he survived, my plans were thrown into chaos. When you survived, I saw the Inquisition as the best hope this world had of stopping him. And you needed a home. Hence, Skyhold.
You gave your orb to Corypheus.
Not directly. My agents allowed the Venatori to locate it. The orb had built up magical energy while I lay unconscious for millennia. I was not powerful enough to open it. The plan was for Corypheus to unlock it, and for the resulting explosion to kill him. Then I would claim the orb. I did not foresee a Tevinter Magister having learned the secret of effective immortality.
What would have happened if Corypheus had died and you had recovered the orb?
I would have entered the Fade using the mark you now bear. Then I would have torn down the veil. As this world burned in the raw chaos, I would have restored the world of my time. The world of the elves.
If you destroyed the veil, wouldn't the false gods be freed?
I had plans.
You'd murder countless people.
Wouldn't you to save your own? You must understand. I awoke in a world where the veil had blocked most people's conscious connection to the Fade. It was like walking through a world of tranquil.
We aren't even people to you.
Not at first. You showed me that I was wrong. Again. That does not make what must come next any easier.
You never cared about us. We were the means to an end.
You were people, and you deserved better. Like all the rest I've used in one hopeless battle after another.
What's wrong with the Inquisition?
You created a powerful organization. And now it suffers the inevitable fate of such. Betrayal and corruption.
It's not that simple.
Do you know how I discovered the Qunari plot? The plot I disrupted by leading them to your doorstep. The Qunari spies in the Inquisition tripped over my spies in the Inquisition. The Elven Guard who led you to the Qunari body? Who intercepted the servant with the Gatlock barrel? Mine.
Why bother disrupting the Qunari plot if you're going to destroy the world regardless?
You have shown me that there is value in this world, Inquisitor. I take no joy in what I must do. Until that day comes, I would see those recovering from the breach free of the Qun.
Why?
Because I am not a monster. If they must die, I would rather they die in comfort. In any event, it is done.
So you let us do your dirty work?
The mistake was yours to fix, Inquisitor.
You control the Illuvians now?
Yes. You remember Briala from Halam Shiral? For a time, she controlled part of the labyrinth. One of my agents was supposed to take it from her, but he did not succeed. I had to override the magic personally. The Qunari stumbled upon this section independently. With them gone, the Illuvians are now mine.
There's still the matter of the anchor. It's getting worse.
Yes. I'm sorry. We are almost out of time. The mark will eventually kill you. Drawing you here gave me the chance to save you. At least for now.
don't need to destroy this world. I'll prove it to you.
I would treasure the chance to be wrong once again, my friend. Take my hand. I'm sorry. Live well, while time remains.
Something must be done, but we cannot lose the Inquisition now. We stand on the brink of war with the Canary.
Yes, because this Solas provoked them in the first place.
The Inquisition did not cause this threat. We informed the Summit of the danger.
The danger posed by Canary spies inside your organization.
Without our organization, you would not be alive to complain.
No one has forgotten what you have done. But Corypheus is 2 years dead.
If the Inquisition is to continue, it must do so as a legitimate organization, not a glorified mercenary band.
Inquisitor.
Divine Victoria. I'll be stronger, but risk corruption. Disbanded. Efforts against Solar would be weaker but more secure.
You all know what this is. A writ from Divine Justinia authorizing the formation of the Inquisition. We pledge to close the breach, find those responsible, and restore order, with or without anyone's approval. It wasn't a formally authorized treaty that saved Ferelden's people. It wasn't careful diplomacy that ended your inane civil war. It was never about the organization. It was about people doing what was necessary. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a world to save. Again. Effective immediately.
Oh
The
shit.
Inquisition is disbanded.
Solas took his fucking arm.
What is this now?
The Inquisition was disbanded. Some were relieved to see the unpredictable organization dismantled. Others preferred to remember the Inquisition's good work and many lives it had saved. Those who had served returned to their former lives, knowing they had stopped a great evil from destroying the world. And hoping that the peace for which they had fought remained once the Inquisition was gone. With the dragon's breath disrupted and any hope of a swift victory dashed, the Canary retreated back to the north. Few knew what debates were raged in poor Avalon, but not long after the exalted council, the Canary launched new attacks against Tevinter. Their aggression caught the already unstable Imperium off guard. Tevinter was soon mired in war many feared could spread across Thedas. The exalted council remained intact, advising Divine Victoria on important matters. Cassandra served for several years. While she often disagreed with Liliana's policies, the former right and left hands of the Divine shared a mutual respect and worked well together. Cassandra also spent the time in the Hunterhorn Mountains north of Olay, where she worked to rebuild the Seekers. For a time, the new Seekers remained reclusive, showing no interest in worldly affairs and working to a purpose few outside their order could guess. The end of the Inquisition, as it had been sent shockwaves through the College of Enchanters. Madame Defer ably played on the mage's fears. Her followers united to build a new circle with Vivienne as its grand enchanter, in direct competition with the college. Theme sucks. What the circle lacked in numbers, they made up for in political connections. Soon they were a force to be reckoned with. The two institutions settled into an uneasy coexistence across the south, vying for power. After the exalted console, Liliana devoted herself fully to the Sunburst throne in her dream of reshaping the Chantry. Within a year, she removed restrictions surrounding Chantry priesthood, allowing men and women of all races to be initiated and ordained. This decree was followed swiftly by her decision to return the Canticle of Shartan to the canonical chant, a move that divided Adrastrians, whatever. A rebellion to renounce her and return the Chantry to its former state arose, beginning first in Orlais, then spreading to the other parts of Thedas. As quickly as it began, the rebellion faltered. While most agree that the rebellion collapsed due to infighting, some whisper that the Divine herself engineered its failure. The rebellion fractured into a number of separate cells, some of which limped on for several months before disappearing into obscurity. Sarah left the Inquisition with scarcely more ties than when she began, disappearing back into her confusing weave of favors and friends. I didn't really care for her. After seeing the world brought to the brink of arrogance and pride, it was a blessing to return to normal. However strange normal it might be. With frequent visits to her widow, of course. Perhaps most unnerving was Sarah's standing offer to the divine. When the knobs piss about when your left hand and right, call on Red Jenny to give them 2 fingers. Varric took up the role of Viscount and with the help of his friend Hawk rebuilt Kirkwall's damaged infrastructure. Under his rule, the city-state finally resumed its place as the major trade hub of the Free Marches. Son of a bitch. He continued to ignore all mail from Merchants Guild and the Prince of Starkhaven. With the Inquisition disbanded, the Bull's charges returned to taking jobs throughout Orlais and Ferelden. Fighting demons and clearing out the remains of the Venatory forces, Iron Bull did his part to restore order to Thedas. After the Inquisition disbanded, Cullen retired from active service. He returned to Ferelden, establishing a sanctuary for former Templars on land Divine Victoria granted to him. With his help, many Templars shed their lyrium addiction, and those whose minds were too far gone spent their last days in comfort. And he promised that, should his friends from the Old Inquisition ever need him, his blade would be ready. Uh-oh, he's gonna be in Dragon Age 4, whatever the hell it is, 4 or 5. Dorian returned to Devinter to take his father's place in Magisterium. Fuck. As rumors flew about the Empyreans infighting, Dorian was spoken of often as a voice of resistance against corruption. Along with Magister Melivarus Talani, he formed a group called the Lucerni to restore and redeem Tevinter, a fight many thought hopeless. Magister Pavas' allies and his greatest strength lay in the lover he left in the south, but still conversed via message crystal. Some claim to have seen the Inquisitor on the streets of Maranthos on rare occasions, sneaking into the heart of Devinter to aid his Amatus. After the Exalted Council, Tom Rainier bid farewell to his friends and went to Wishap Fortress to pledge himself to the Grey Wardens for good. While he was rarely seen in the years that followed, some said that they encountered Rainier in far-flung lands, their accounts always similar. Rainier carried out the duty of the Grey Wardens, but always found time to help along the way. Sometimes he served as a shield for the defenseless, other times he spread simple cheer among children with gifts of small carved toys. Aww. With the Inquisition disbanded, Josephine made her farewells and returned to Antiva and her family. She was soon approached by an agent from the House of Repose, whose assassins had been killed by Inquisition agents on Josephine's behalf. Far from being offended, the House of Repose was inquiring as to whether Josephine might have the need of their services. She quickly persuaded them she had no need for assassins, but instead hired them as guards for the Montilier's new trading vessels. Ravani pirates looking to rekindle an ancient feud soon learned that the Montilier's ships were not lightly boarded, and her house prospered greatly. Cole returned to the Fade, saying that there was more pain coming, and that he knew where compassion would most be needed. He promised that his friends in the Inquisition would remember him, and that where the hurt was greatest, he would help. After the events of the Winter Palace, elves left the Inquisition under mysterious circumstances, as did elven servants across Thedas. That's because Solas is about to fuck shit up. None could say where they went, but those who believed the Inquisition story about Fen'Haral wonder just how large the Dread Wolf's forces were. And what the ancient elven rebel had planned. Solas about to bring the pain. Forever mocked. Oh, what's this?
My agents have found nothing. With the illusions, he could be anywhere.
With the Inquisition officially disbanded, we have no army, no formal alliances.
We have what we truly need.
We will need to be careful.
Solas knows everything about us. Who we are, how we work, our strengths and weaknesses.
Then we find people he doesn't know. We will save our friend from himself. If we can.
Ha 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 ha, man. So now I understand why everyone wants Solas as the bad guy for the next game. And now so do I. Ha ha!
What is this? A new book? All this shit is weird.
Oh, Varric, that is a terrible title. What are you even thinking?
The Inquisitor.
The sky churns.
Freddie Prinze Jr. The hell?
On a dark and stormy night.
Indira Varma, that name sounds familiar too.
That led to the arse end of nowhere. A hole that spit out many things that day. Comets, demons, and a whole lot of trouble. It's about the Inquisition. The din of the tavern cut the silence like it owed the carter money. In the middle, in her element, Red Jenny. She looked me up and down, mostly down. Not
Motherfucker.
very weirdy, she said, gesturing with and dismissively eating a sandwich. Don't write that. Seriously, piss up a row. Sarah made the subtext text, which suited me fine. The court enchanter swirled into the room like a drop of beautiful poison spreading in a wine glass. She sized me up with a glance. I'm so glad you made it, my dear, she said. I am Madame de Fair, the most terrifying person you shall ever meet. Liliana enfolded Alphonse in an embrace as warm as a serpent's kiss. I always knew I could count on your support. The Count did not feel the bite of her poisoned dart until it was too late. Even if it requires your death. Drops of rain glistened on the griffin medallion grasped tightly in Blackwell's hand. The silver-eyed wings of valor, they mean nothing. He flung the medal to the cold and uncaring ground. You don't know what I've done. You don't know me. So romantic. Cole moved like a shadow that also moved like a knife. A shadow wearing a hat where dreams came to die. It's a riddle, he whispered. A cold riddle that gnaws at your mind, but you'll feel better when it's gone. That makes as much sense as anything Cole says.
I'm just waiting to see if there's anything after the credits.
The law ambassador. Whose law, my lady? Josephine's eyes glittered like angry opals. The law destroyed by rebellion, by civil war, by poor fiscal management. We are the law. left our mark on Adamant, but the dust hadn't settled, and neither had Harding. I can offer you a drink, if I catch your meaning.
If you caught my meaning, you'd have offered a double.
What is even happening here? The Iron Bull was a great slab of muscle with horns that could hang a tapestry. One eye scanned for threats, while the other hid behind an eye patch like a chantry's sister's own sins. Come on, he barked, not looking back as he entered. The dancer with the great rack comes on in 5. That is spot on, actually. The commander had the look of a Templar who had seen the worst of humanity, yet still had the time to style his hair. This isn't just a wall, he said, his gaze steely like a dull blade. It's the only wall. Colored! That's colored! The mage wore a class of handsome sneer cultivated by 1,000 years of Tevinter elitism.
1,000 years ago, Raka.
Dorian. He glared. Dorian. Spell it right, you marble-headed lump, or it's toad time. A toad? That's hardly credible. The bold elf spun, mage staff crackling like the city after a good man's murder. You're crazy, the Red Templar cried in terror. Moonlight glinted off ears like the knives you never see coming. Better to fade out than burn away. Ugh, Varric.
Alrighty.
Wait, where am I? I don't... Oh, here it is. The Seeker clutched at my vest, her tears as desperate as they were pitiful. Varric, I was wrong about everything, she sobbed. Could you find it in your noble heart to forgive me? That dwarf, he put me in the book! Oh, I'm in the book! I am reading the shit out of this!
Laugh Crowd reached out to social media, who made the fan art and cosplay jokes. Thank you. Dragon Age Inquisition was a labor of love. Without you, it would never have been possible. Your support has been touched us deeply. We hope that in some small way the game touched you as well. Bear your blade and raise it high, the Dragon Age team. Nope, that is it. Alright, nothing new. Alrighty. So that is the end of the Dragon Age Inquisition series. Yeah. Freaking awesome. Hell of a game for only $5 way back when. I think I got it in April. And I will definitely be getting the next one that is tentatively titled Dreadwolf Rises whenever that comes out. But until next time, we still got Death Stranding, Ghost of Tsushima to finish, Spider-Man, and not to mention Valhalla, Cyberpunk, Horizon Forbidden West are all on the horizon. Get it? See what I did there? I suck. So, until next time, most likely either later today or sometime tomorrow, I will catch you all later, and until then, have yourself a damn good day.